falling out again. I was walking back upstairs when I heard my sister scream. Oh, it seemed a little louder than I'd planned, and so I knew the rain.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Nate from TheStyleDogg. In this video, we're going to be doing a getting your first tattoo aftercare. Hey guys, so after posting my last video entitled Getting Your First Tattoo Survival Guide, I was blown away by the amount of comments and views about this particular topic. So what I thought I'd do is another video, but this time focusing on the aftercare. This video will be about my own experiences with what I did after I actually got my tattoo completed. So now that your tattoo is complete, there are a couple of things you're going to need to remember to make sure that your tattoo heals faster, heals properly, and kind of, you know, is the least amount of discomfort to you. So after your tattooist has finished the tattoo, she or he is probably going to put a little bit of antibacterial cream, and then they're going to wrap it in like a cling wrap. Once you get home, you want to take that cling wrap off, okay? So guys, in the next 1 or 2 hours after removing the cling wrap, you're going to notice that your tattoo is going to feel a little bit slimy and it's going to look a bit shiny, and that is just excess plasma and probably excess ointment that's just sitting on the skin. So don't panic, it's okay. So now that you've let the tattoo air for about half an hour, it's time to have a shower. Now before showering, you want to make sure that your hands are completely clean, because during the shower you are actually going to be touching the tattoo. Another really important thing with the shower is that the water is about 50% of what you would normally have it. So don't be having your normal, you know, hot showers. You just can't do that, especially after you just had the tattoo. So I usually have it at about 50%, or where it's just warm enough where I can actually stand it. So it's not cold, but it's just warm enough. So when you're in the shower, you're going to want to use a low alcoholic soap. I tend to use something like Dove because it's a little bit softer and less harsh on the skin, less chemicals. You're going to want to actually rinse off, you know, any excess ink, blood, plasma, and ointment. Okay, don't be afraid to touch the tattoo. I know it's going to feel a little bit tender. It's going to feel like a scab, like you've just fallen over. Don't be afraid to touch it. You're going to have to, because this is really important that you clean this excess stuff off now to keep your tattoo really, really clean. Okay, so now that you've had a shower, you've taken off all the excess stuff, it's important that you don't rub the tattoo once you get out of the shower. All you want to do is grab a clean towel, okay, guys? A clean towel, and do not rub, but what you want to do is just, you want to pat dry the tattoo. Don't rub it, because remember, it's a wound at this stage. Just pat it dry. So guys, now that the tattoo's nice and dry, you're going to want to apply another layer of the antibacterial cream, just a thin layer. So this is what I personally use. This is the Panthen cream. It's the ointment. This is actually used for nappy rash, cuts, scalds, stings, and sunburn. Okay, this is just a smaller tube. It's a 50-gram tube. Now when you apply the cream, it's important that you don't apply too much. It's actually quite you'll learn. You want to put on enough so that the tattoo is a little bit shiny and it's kind of, it looks moist. You don't want to like rub it all the way in. You just want to have a thin layer just sitting on the top of the tattoo, protecting it. If you apply too much, you can actually clog your pores, and this can cause breakouts in the skin. So you just want to apply enough cream on there to stop from the scabbing and drying out of the tattoo. I'm just going to show you guys the amount of cream that I personally use. It varies from person to person how much cream they use. I'm just going to show you guys how much I personally use, and all of my tattoos have come out really well. Healing time has been at a minimum, usually around 7 to 10 days. So depending on where your tattoo is situated on your body, you're going to want to maybe think about the type of clothing that you wear. You got to remember that the least amount of contact that your tattoo has with, say, clothing or even your hands, the better it's going to be. So you may want to opt for baggier clothing if you're used to wearing, you know, tight t-shirts or tight jeans and the tattoos on your leg. You might want to, wear tracksuit pants. I know it's going to be a little bit of a bother if it's going to affect, the way you dress, but remember guys, you don't want your clothing, tied up against your skin all the time, or possibly even rubbing your tattoo. Rubbing your tattoo is definitely going to affect the quality of your tattoo and the healing time. And of course, that's what we're trying to reduce. So now in the next week or 10 days or so, you're going to have to apply the cream about 2 to 3 times a day. Now, the way I do it is after I have my morning shower, I'll apply the cream again and just take it with me. So if I'm out, if I have to go to work, if I'm out with friends or whatever, I know it's a bit annoying, but maybe even have it in the car with you so that you can apply it during the day. If your tattoo gets dry, apply some cream. That's basically the easiest way of looking at it. If it's not dry, don't apply it. It's like less is more kind of thing with this. And then at night, because you're going to be in bed for 8 hours or so, you want to apply it after you've had your shower at night. Some people may need it more, some people may need it less, depending on the size of the tattoo, where the tattoo is situated. These are all the variables. You're also going to notice that your tattoo's going to get itchy. Please, avoid scratching it. It's the worst thing you can do. My tattoos got so itchy, especially my chest tattoo, my most recent tattoo. My chest tattoo got so itchy, and what I would actually do is instead of scratching it with my nails, is I just use my fingertips and literally just rub it over, and it felt really, really good. Or if you really have to scratch it, make sure you have a shirt, and then you can just slowly, really gently just kind of scratch it that way. I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but honestly sometimes it gets so unbearably itchy. That's going to be something that you're going to experience, as well as you're going to want to avoid going out in the sun. Okay, and I know that is hard for some people, so if you do go out in the sun, make sure to use sunscreen. This one that I'm looking at now is, this is actually a German brand. I think it's 20 UV, something like that. Obviously in Australia the sun I think is a little bit harsher, so I'm using 30 SPF. This is 20 SPF. But you're going to want to use sunscreen, or even better, you can actually just cover the tattoo itself or sit in the shade. You have to also avoid swimming and kind of soaking the actual tattoo. So, submerging yourself in a spa or a pool, you can't do that, unfortunately. Like I said, depending on how quickly your tattoo heals, like I said, mine's healed in about 7 to 10 days. Then I was able to go swimming and it was fine. But during that time, you're going to want to avoid soaking it. Okay, so now that your tattoo has fully healed, it's been 3 weeks, there's no more itching, there's no more scabbing, there's no more dry skin or dead skin. That doesn't mean that your care of your tattoo stops there. If you want to prolong the quality and the life of your tattoo, so the brightness of the colors, you're gonna still want to use things on a day-to-day basis. So when I go outside, I always make sure that I still apply sunscreen. So another thing that I've been using to prolong my tattoo quality is this stuff. It's called bio oil. Basically, this stuff is kind of meant for stretch marks or scarring or anything like that. But I did run into a guy who was telling me about it. He had a really, really vibrant tattoo, and I asked him, if he used anything for his tattoo, and he said that he used this. He applies it every 3rd night. You want to make sure that you only use it, quite sparingly, because it is an oil. Again, like the ointment, it can clog your pores and can cause breakouts. So every 3rd night, apply it before you go to bed. That's the best time because it is oily. So it's best if you're, asleep. And this will prolong your tattoo, make it look better, look fresh, keep the colors popping. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment or even post something that you yourself do for your aftercare of your tattoos. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram at TheStyleDogg, and see you next time, guys. Also guys, don't forget to comment, like or subscribe, and follow the links for previous videos. Peace!